Hello and greetings to all of you, and welcome to our session. Your family, your priority. Here is Christian Family Foundation. We welcome you from all over the world, where you're watching us from. It's either good morning or good afternoon or good evening. And praise God, whatever you may call it, just receive our greetings. We love you and we are glad you're here. And today we have a beautiful session. We're going to talk about a life of a single mom. Yes, it's a single mom who has children, who has got all the other responsibilities to attend to, and yet she's single. How about this life? We're going to navigate through, of course, with Maureen Tartha. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm Maureen Talitha. I think I've been here before. I am so thankful to God for this opportunity again. Yes, so as we talk about what she has said, I just got married recently, and having a child, raising a child alone hasn't been easy. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Thank you for mentioning that. You know, when you have to play the role of two people,
Yeah.
you're the father, you're the mother, what are the challenges?
Challenges are quite many, you know. There's so much. First of all, the emotional part of it. Knowing that the other partner is alive somewhere, you know. If they are gone, it's okay. But still the emotion part of it, you as a person, as an individual, you're not yet healed. So raising a child as a single mother, being the father and the mother, being the provider, being everything for your children, it is straining. It is straining, and you cannot walk alone. You have to venture into many ways of, first of all, dealing with yourself. Because being a single mother and you raise your children, you get agitated easily. Something little, you burst out. You yell. Because you are stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're looking at their future. They're asking, where is my father? That's the bitter part of it, you know. So you are always moody. That's the word.
Wow, I get you. So, how do you, before we go to how it affects the children, we are talking about you as a person.
Yeah.
How do you heal? Like, how is that process of healing?
It is not a one-time healing, and you can't do it alone. You need like a circle of friends, a group of friends who are willing to walk with you. Not to condemn you, not to mock you, not to say bad words behind your back, but these are friends, genuine friends that you can run to, you know. You can share some challenges you're going through. So that genuine friends are the ones who can walk with you and pray with you, talk about issues with you, share even other issues out of the topic. And out of that, you get that assurance that I'm not alone, you know. I'm not the only one under the sun who is going through the same thing. So having learned that, you heal slowly. Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking at a situation where all here is negative, you know?
Yeah.
Those words they're throwing at you, the way they become a burden in your heart, then you still have to stand and do your part as a parent. You have people who are looking up to you.
Yeah.
How do you manage to shake off the pain that is brought by the words and step up?
That is the sensitive topic. Because you know what? When those things come in your ear, you get to hear them. They stay in your heart. And you start looking at yourself like a failure. You are a failure. You are not worthy. You don't deserve to live, you know. And the same spirit you pass it on to your children.
Yeah.
So there's that gap between you and your children that you're creating, because you're affected too. You're going through a lot. So that's why you become too emotional, too sensitive. You beat your children. You yell at them. You close yourself. And closing yourself is the worst thing. So that's why I said, when you get to hear such things, avoid the group. 2, learn. When it comes in, detect, discern. Is it worth it? Look at yourself. Go to the mirror and just look at yourself and say, I was told that I will not make it. I'm a bad mother. Or maybe I also contributed to my being single, you know. So what you need to do, speak positive to yourself first.
Wow.
Look at yourself every morning and speak positive words to you, to yourself, to that inner person that is in you.
Okay, in other words, no one will come to, you may not get someone to hold your hand and raise you up again.
Yes.
So you have to look for the inner force, inner strength.
Inner strength. Even when you don't feel it. You know, sometimes you don't feel it because it is too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It doesn't even give you time to think. Sometimes to comprehend.
and you know what the worst part is?
Oh my God.
You start going into the same thing, like what they said
what
is
they are
true.
speaking about you
Is true.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I've seen people, maybe for one reason or the other, she gave birth at her parents' home.
Yeah.
And now because people are already calling her a prostitute, they're calling her names, she'll say, anyway, why am I keeping myself?
Yes.
Let me just continue and do whatever I want. And they end up spoiling even the future that would have been there. So what is the best way?
The best way is to get to know who you are first. Because if you know who you are and you know what you want and you know where you are going, it might not be clear at that time because of the things that are happening within, you know. Like what she has said, people are talking and all that. What you need to do before running into like, let me do what they have said, let me fulfill what they have said, as a Christian or as a Christian parent, in case that is your child or maybe that is your relative, I think the best thing for you is to just go close to that person and bring them closer, encourage them, so that this person can find the inner being, the inner me, to be able to stand firm and say, I'm not going to go that direction. It is not easy, by the way, but it is possible. Yeah. And just me, myself, I should be able to tell myself, if I go that way, what is my child going to be? You know.
You might even bring in many that are not planned for. Yeah. Or end up getting some other things that...
Unless they're looking for money. Unless you're looking for money, you want to raise your children in that direction, you know. But if it is one time, you know, one time is a mistake. But it's not a mistake. The child is not a mistake.
Okay.
It's the behavior of going there is a mistake, but the child is not a mistake. You know?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, because also some people, they hate themselves and they hate the baby.
Yeah.
So, and once you have hated the baby, then raising the baby is not going to happen.
I feel like you should hate the behavior, not the baby.
Yes.
The actions. Yeah.
You've really emphasized on that. So you hate and you change from the behavior, but you keep the baby and you keep alive for your baby.
Yes, alive for your baby.
Wow. Otherwise, if you don't choose to do it that way, what would be the challenges or the effects on the children?
The children will grow knowing that they were a mistake. Yeah. They will grow up knowing that they were a mistake, and for that matter, they don't see the reason why they should live. Yes. So from the age where you can control them, they feel like everywhere they go, everyone knows their situation. Everyone knows their problem. Even just looking at them, they feel like, you see, I'm not wanted here, you know.
Or
So-
when somebody asks them,
Yes.
the father,
Is your
about
father?
the dad.
So at that point, it's normally very difficult for children. It might not affect them from young age because you're covering up, you are trying to do your best as a mother, you know. But when they grow up to teenagehood without talking about exactly where the father is, not really telling them to go to the father, but just having that discussion, you know, your father is here and here, this is what he decided to do, you know. So you let them know the truth than hiding. Because when you tell them the truth, for sure the Bible said the truth shall set you free. And the truth has set me free. Yeah.
Thank you. I've seen people who hide even the story, telling the children about their dad. Unfortunately, some people end up getting married to their dads, getting pregnant for their dads or their siblings without knowing. I think it's some sort of selfishness on the side of parents.
It's like
or maybe we can
trying
attribute it
to
to the
cover-
bitterness or whatever.
it is bitterness and trying to cover your child, trying to protect your child from the world.
Ah.
But the world is there already, you know. When
Yeah.
you try to protect your child, you don't know the next step because you don't tell them the truth about what has happened. I know it is painful to say, oh, you know, I gave birth to you before I got married, or you know, I was here and I gave birth to you. You know, it's a painful thing to narrate to your child.
Okay.
But the best thing, keep assuring them, you know, I'm your mother and I'm here and I love you. And even you, keep assuring yourself, I did it, and with God's help, I will be strong.
Wow. Hey, that is powerful because
Yeah.
you might think you're protecting them today,
Yes.
but you're exposing them to the things that are yet to come
Yeah.
that you don't even know. After all, I think a child deserves to know the parents,
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
or parents, despite of what has happened.
Yeah.
They have the rights to know.
Yeah.
And then when they grow up, they will
They
choose.
choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes even they'll tell you, my parent, the other parent, can be father or mother, was not doing things right. You know, they can see the real truth behind it. But you know what we do sometimes as parents? We tell our children the negative things about the other partner.
Yes, exactly. I was about to ask that.
We speak of the negative things all the time.
You make sure they hate
They hate.
the other parent.
But do you know the worst part? The consequence behind that is when they have grown, they will know the truth.
They will know the truth.
Yeah.
And by the way, Maureen,
Yeah.
however bad this parent might be now,
Yeah.
does not stop them from being the dad.
It does not
And
stop.
they'll never get
Yeah.
a replacement
Exactly.
for that person.
Do you know what? Your husband can be bad, you very bad. You don't even want to look at him. But your children, he's still a father.
Yeah.
And the children loves him.
They call him dad.
Yeah, they call him mom, dad. But you feel like if there was a big dustbin, you'd throw him there, or throw her. But you know what? Your children will never get a parent,
Oh,
a
wow.
father or a mother like that.
They'll not get a replacement
Never.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. So
Yeah.
people like saying that for a child to grow
Yeah.
in a balanced life, they need a male figure in their lives.
Yeah.
What happens to this single person who is even watching us today?
Yeah.
For any reason you are single, what should they do? Should they look for their trusted brothers? Should they do what? Because we don't have a center.
We don't have a center. And do you know what the risk with that? They can get attachment to, if it's a girl, can get attachment or not attraction per se, but attachment towards that male figure you are bringing in to help, you know. And behind your back, it is not safe. So I feel like for you to do that very well, number one, work with your child and bring this male figure in your child's life, yes, but under strict rules, observation, open your eyes to see. If there's anything fishy, your child will tell you. But have a friend that you know very well, not just any male figure, a friend that you trust, a friend you know that will walk with your child, will not defile your child. Because the world right now, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Even the closest person that you think that can take care of your child is the worst enemy.
Yeah. We've seen fathers, uncles, aunties defiling
their children. That's why I'm saying you open your eyes and first bring your child close. So even as you introduce the male figure in your child's life, they can be able to report back to you what they discussed about, what happened, how she responded, how she reacted, So bringing your child close is the only solution.
Wow, that's
But as
wisdom.
a single mother, just put things aside, Learn to time to work on yourself first. Learn first of all to know when and how and when, what time, to do things, so that you can be able to reach also this other one who is depending on you. Save time. Even if you're too busy, spare some 2 hours before they sleep. Have a discussion, laugh about it. Bring in games, board games, something that they like that can initiate communication.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. So we've walked through the life of singlehood as mothers, and maybe someday someone comes and they want to be part of your life.
At any age.
I'm imagining you are used to being independent and you've been having life of yourself. How now do you transition from now being single and integrate this person who is coming in your life?
Hey, all single mothers can testify about that. You're used to going anywhere you feel like at any time.
Yeah. No one asks you.
You're used to buying whatever you want with that money you're getting, You don't need to ask for permission. But when this other one comes...
Now you're coming back into the...
yes, into now having a discussion, talking over everything. And this one does not just affect me as an individual, plus your children.
Yes.
They were used to just one instruction from one source. But now there are 2 instructions. And sometimes this other person is coming with a different way of giving out instructions, maybe commanding and all those ways. So, moving into that life first, you have to work on your heart. You have to work on your heart. You have to know, am I really going to share my finances? Am I really going to be open to share everything about me, So it's a process that you can't just wake up and say, I'm now perfect. It is a process. And you have to keep reminding yourself, I am accountable, Someone is looking up to me. The same way I want him to be open with me, the same way I should be with him. Because it is a vice versa. It's not just one way. It is both ways.
Yes.
But for children, the challenge is they are now getting double instruction. You say this, he says this. The children are in the middle. They're not used to such harshness or maybe softness. They are used to the mother, this is what I want and this is what you need to do. So they tend to fall in between. They don't know what to do about it.
So how do you bring them on board?
You try as much as you can to be together when sorting a certain problem or sorting out issues. You be together.
You speak the same language.
You might not agree on the same thing, but you speak on the same language. So I just want to say something. When this man comes in your life, you have that attachment with your children. So he's trying to draw close to you. Your child is trying to draw close to you as a mother. You are trying to draw close to them. You're trying to draw close to your husband. You are torn in between.
Hey, and one side might develop some jealousy.
Yes.
Like this.
Your child feels like you no longer cuddle me. You no longer hold me. You no longer takes walks with me. And this other side also feels like she's too much to the children, you know. You share so much. You're just attached to your children. You don't want me. I'm an outsider. So,
wow.
As a single mom, that part is the most challenging part. And you know what? You want to be close to your children, maybe saying that, this man, I just met him when he's grown. But my children, they need me, you know. So you want to bring them close. But I can bring this one close, it can't work. So you have to like sit down together and work out things. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much for sharing your those insights. I hope the single mothers out here will be encouraged.
Yeah.
And you're going to work out things.
Yeah, work out things.
Don't close your heart because there could be another chance coming.
Yes.
Just accept to have some work and to go through some, healing process, and then just open up, because you never know what God can do.
Yeah.
And we want to tell you, it's not everybody that is bad. It's not everybody that is going to do the same as the other one did to you.
Yeah.
So, just keep it up. And we congratulate all of you, single moms. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
We pray for you. We love you. And we hold hands with you for whatever you're trusting God for. May God bless you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.